craziest bastards I've ever met in my life. I love everyone.
What's going on, you crazy bastards? You're back here for a WWE Raw review, and holy shit, tonight we have a new champion. Roman Reigns finally perseveres, like I've been saying for so long. Hell yes, Roman Reigns fought through it all, even Vince McMahon. This was awesome. You have Vince McMahon there tonight. Stephanie McMahon threatens to fire him, but Triple H says no. But Vince McMahon comes and he could fire him. And this was badass. Roman Reigns comes down to talk to Steph as the kickoff for Raw begins. And she swats the shit out of him. And, Vince McMahon's gonna come and he could possibly fire him, but like I said, Triple H told Steph no, and this is good. This is all good. And just what a freaking night. The end was phenomenal. Roman Reigns busted open, blood everywhere, fights through it all. The League of Nations comes down. Vince McMahon tries to fuck him over, pulling the ref out. Vince McMahon gets Superman punched, the League of Nations get taken out, and so does Sheamus with a spear from a bro kick attempt, and he picks up the win. Phenomenal, awesome. We're going into 2016, Roman Reigns as champ, and yes, we're going to have a lot of backlash from the Authority and the chairman of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. So this is awesome. Feels like just feels awesome. I like it. A wicked Raw for the first time in a long time. And on top of that, we also had Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Really good match. And we didn't get a finish to it because Kevin Owens comes out, and this is perfectly fine because I think this was needed. And to bring this feud to the next step, because this has to continue, and they should. Definitely. Kevin Owens is badass. Dean Ambrose is badass. Dolph Ziggler's badass, too. This was the best match he's had in a while. He's been in some shitty matches for the past few months. And, anyway, he hits 2 pop-up powerbombs to Dean Ambrose, and then he powerbombs Dolph Ziggler on top of Dean Ambrose. This is badass, and he's not going to stop until he drives Dean Ambrose insane. So this is going to be cool. Then we have R-Truth versus Bo Dallas. That doesn't really fucking happen. Vince McMahon arrives, and he cuts the match and says, get the hell out of this ring. And then he wants to call Roman Reigns out, but then he wants to make him sweat. And then he does get Roman Reigns out there, wants an apology. And you know what? He may not be as old as you think he is, because he will beat it out of him if he needs to. And he goes for the attempt, takes his jacket off, the blazers off, the tie's loosened, and Sheamus comes out. Sheamus wants to represent the Irish blood of the McMahons, as he's Irish himself, and wants to beat it out of him himself. And then this leads into Roman Reigns wants a title shot again, and Sheamus is the one that says, I would put it up tonight, doesn't matter. Vince McMahon says, hell no. We get a couple exchanges here. Roman Reigns just tells him he has prunes for nuts. Thought he used to have big grapefruits. And then he says, you know what? You want your match, you got it. But if you lose, you're fired. Of course. And this was fun. Really good shit. And I like it. And then, on top of the nuts comment, yeah, Vince McMahon takes care of the little redemption here and blasts him in the balls with a nice kick. And this is going to happen later on tonight. It was awesome. Then we have Ryback and Swagger versus Rusev and Del Rio. Whatever. Couple super kicks to Swagger, done. And I'd like to see Jack Swagger back in there, because the guy is just competition galore. And they should really try to do something with him finally. And then you got Tyler Breeze versus Neville. Miz comes down ringside, got his stupid little fucking cone there like he's directing a movie. Neville doesn't need help, hits the red arrow, picks up the win, and that is that. Looks like Miz and Neville are going to have something going down the road. Then we have the ECW team versus the Wyatts in an extreme match. And let me tell you what, being in Philly, this was awesome for the fans. Nostalgia, definitely really cool here. And a badass match, completely badass. Chaos, destruction, holy shit, broken everything. And in the end, got Eric Rowan redeeming himself for getting, shit out, the only one to be kicked out the night before, picking up the win. with a dive, hell yes, onto Rhino through a table, picking up the win, and the Wyatts persevere. Luke Harper, amazing in this match. Just killer. He fits in with the ECW guys so goddamn good. So, Luke Harper, I think, needs to get away from the Wyatt family and just be his own beast, because it's awesome. And I like Bray Wyatt on his own as well. So make the Strowman and Rowan a tag team. Fuck it. And there you go. That would be awesome. Then you got the New Day. They called down the Usos and the Lucha Dragons, and they showed a ton of respect. Honestly, they're saying what you guys did last night, it was actually an awesome, phenomenal tag team match. It was really cool. And then they go to celebrate themselves, and this pisses off the tag teams that were leaving, and they come in and beat the shit out of the New Day. Looks like it is what it is, but I think the New Day seemed like they really meant it, so it is what it is. Then you got Brie Bella and Alicia Fox versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch with Ric Flair ringside, and guess who helps again? Ric Flair trips up Alicia Fox, old school heel move, and Becky Lynch doesn't see it because she's not down with cheating, but she locks in the disarmer, picks up the win, and it looks like we're going to further down a Charlotte-Becky Lynch thing down the road, and I'm excited for that because Becky Lynch is awesome. Then, so is Charlotte. And Sasha Banks' Team Bad was, they bought tickets. They didn't have to, I don't know why. Anyway, and then after that, Mcmahon comes down ringside for the Sheamus and Reigns match, and I explained all this already. Just, wow. Sheamus has got a busted up nose, bleeding. Reigns there at the end, he's blood everywhere, and he overcomes the odds, finally becomes champion, and I'm sure next week on Raw it's going to be some kind of repercussion, but he's champ. This is the new Steve Austin type champ, and this is pretty goddamn cool the way they're booking him. They're not trying to make him a John Cena or a Rock. They're turning him into the anti-authority, the guy that just fights through all. He's badass, and somebody to look forward to as champ going into 2016. That is my review. I enjoyed Raw. Comment down here, what did you guys think? Who do you think Reigns should feud with next? I mean, obviously Sheamus will get a rematch, but down the road, going toward Royal Rumble, it might be Sheamus there, but those guys, badass work last night, tonight on Raw. I like Sheamus actually as a champ there for a minute, and Reigns, awesome. So let me know down here, Reigns is champ, what do you think? Is it awesome, or does it suck to you? Don't be the sheep like all the people on the internet try to tell you to be and hate on Reigns, but the guy has paid his goddamn dues. And when's Brock Lesnar coming back? Is that going to be Reigns, Lesnar at WrestleMania for that belt again? Be badass. Catch you next time.